Hi, I'm Chelsea from Austin Doula Care. I'm a birth and postpartum doula, I'm a certified lactation counselor, and I'm also a hypnobirthing instructor. Today I'm going to teach you a few massage points that are really helpful to use during labor. The most important thing during labor is to keep the birthing person relaxed. The more relaxed the birthing person is, the more likely it is that that oxytocin level is going to be nice and high, which is the love hormone. That's what keeps labor going. And it also increases the endorphin level of the birthing person to manage the intensity of labor. Labor can be really intense. The tools I'm going to show you today can be really good for easing that intensity. No matter if you're planning a medicated birth or an unmedicated birth, the tools I'm going to show you today are going to really help to take that edge off, to keep the birthing person relaxed, and to help to deal with some of that intensity that happens in early labor and in active labor. One of the first things that I really like to do with my laboring people is to do a little light touch massage. This can be really helpful just to take that intensity away, to keep the birthing person really relaxed. It feels good. You have so many nerve endings in your skin, and when you can stimulate all of these nerve endings, it also takes the attention away from all that intensity that's happening with the contractions. So it kind of distracts your brain a little bit. The more skin you can touch, the more you can stimulate all the nerve endings of the birthing person, the more likely they can stay relaxed. And again, it distracts them from the intensity of all that's going on with the contractions. So this is one of my favorite tools to use. It feels good, keeps everyone relaxed, and again, makes that intensity feel a little bit less. So along with this light touch massage, which is really good to do in between contractions, sometimes during the contractions, some counter pressure on the lower back can be good. So when we do the counter pressure on the lower back, you're pressing on the sacrum right above the tailbone. So it's this area right here, and you can press down with the palm of your hand, and this can be really good and feel really good for the birthing person during the contractions. So pressing down with the palm of your hand, with any kind of pressure you're using during birth and during labor on a birthing person, you want to make sure you ease into it. So you're not going to just start pressing really hard. You're going to slowly press in and increase the intensity and hold it during the peak of the contraction. And then as that contraction is easing up, then you slowly release the pressure too. So again, making sure everything is in slow, gentle movement. Some nice counter pressure right on the lower back can be very, very helpful. One of the doula's other favorite tools is the hip squeeze. You're going to hear doulas talk about this hip squeeze a lot. We love to do the hip squeeze, and most birthing people really love the way a hip squeeze feels as well. So again, hip squeeze is just like what it sounds like. You find those hips kind of like right at the hip point you can kind of feel on the pelvis, and you're going to get down really low, use the palm of your hands, and you're going to press in. So you're going to take those bones, those hip bones, and press them in towards the spine. This is another really good tool to use during contractions. I've had a lot of birthing people that have loved the hip squeeze. So again, start out slowly, increase that intensity, hold it during the peak of the contraction. You can press really hard, usually on these hip bones, and then go back. It might feel good directly on the hip bones. Some birthing people like it a little bit inward more on the fleshy part, inside of the hip bones. And not only does this feel good, but this has the added benefit of making more room for your baby as well. So if you see if I'm holding on here and doing a hip squeeze, you can see how it opens up the pelvis a little bit. When you put that counter pressure on those hip bones, it can make more room for baby to move down, which is really good. So those are some of my 3 favorite tips for birthing people. Another great tip to use for massage is to give a foot massage. That can be really helpful. Again, it increases those endorphins, increases that oxytocin level, makes the birthing person feel good, and can make your labor go really smoothly. So stay tuned. There's going to be another class later today that's going to teach you many more comfort measures. This is just the tip of the iceberg, some of the doula tips and tricks for you. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that helps, and good luck on your birth. Thank you.